Okay, so welcome. This is Examguide Consult Limited. Today we will learn profit and loss. Okay, so we'll quickly look at the learning objectives that we have for this lesson. By the end of the lesson, you are expected to define profit and loss. Okay, you're supposed to be able to state the formula for calculating profit and loss. You should be able to state the formula for calculating percentage profit and percentage loss, and you should also solve mathematical problems on profit and loss. Okay. First of all, the word profit and loss is not new. I believe that even if you don't do business, you must have heard a businessman or a businesswoman say that he or she made some loss in a sale or made some profits in a particular sale. Okay? So we'll look at the concept of profit, and of course we'll look at the concept of loss. Now, when you buy an item, for every businessman wants to buys a particular product. Let's say this marker pen. I buy this marker pen for 100 naira. That is what I bought this pen for. And I'm selling it to people who will come to buy from my shop. I don't expect to sell it for 100 naira or even anything less than that. Now, if I sell it for 100 naira, I've not made any profit. If I sell it for anything less than 100 naira, it means that I have lost some part of the money I used to buy this marker pen. Do you understand? Let's take, for instance, this marker pen, I sell it for 120 naira. Remember, I bought it for 100 naira. Now I'm selling for 120 naira. It means that I have an additional 20 naira to the 100 naira I bought this pen with. It means that that additional 20 naira is my profit. You get that? So what it means is that profit is the additional money, the additional value that is gained from the selling of an item. Do you understand? Is what is gained from the selling of an item. That is what profit is. Profit is the money gained from selling an item. An additional money in gotten from an item that you sold. That is what we call the profit of that sales. Is that okay? Now, remember again, I said this marker, let's say I bought it, like I said, for 100 naira, and I sold the marker for 80 naira, or let's say 90 naira. Let's say 90 naira. I sold it for 90 naira, but I bought it for 100 naira. Now, I bought this marker for 100. Now, I am selling for 90. It means that the money I sold this marker is less than the money I bought the marker. It means I have lost something. I have lost 10 naira, which I used to buy this marker. So we say that that 10 naira that you lost is the loss. Okay? Do you understand the point now? So loss is the money we lose, okay, from buying an item. Do you understand the point now? The money that is not up to, okay, when we sell an item at a price that is not up to what we bought the item, that's the differentials, the difference between what we sold the item and what we bought the item is what is called the loss. Do you understand the point? All right. So now, there are some things we need to know. There are some terms we need to know about profit and loss. Do you understand? One of such terms is, as you go to buy an item, okay, that first thing you go to buy has what we call cost price. Cost price. Cost price is the amount you use to buy an item that you want to buy and that you want to sell. I go to the market, I bought this marker. I'm a businessman. I bought this marker for 100 naira. It means that 100 naira is the cost price of this marker. So let's say cost price now, we say 100 naira. This is an assumption, okay? As a businessman, I want to sell this particular marker so that I will gain something that I will use for me and my family, okay? So that particular price, I will now say, okay, in my shop, since I bought this for 100 naira, I want to sell it for 120 naira. So it means that that particular amount is called the selling price. So the selling price for this marker is 120. This marker, 120 naira. Okay? Now the concept of profit and loss will make sense when we know the cost price and selling price of an item. Do you understand the point now? Now, this cost price in what we'll be doing in this class will be represented sometimes as CP, while selling price will be represented as SP. So anytime you hear me say SP, it means selling price. CP, it means cost price. So it means that since we say profit is the money that is gained from selling an item, it means that the formula for calculating profit is equal to selling price minus cost what? Price. That is, profit P is equal to SP minus CP. That is, this is how we calculate the cost price, the profit of an item. Do you understand the point? Now, for loss, we find loss when the selling price is less than the cost price. When selling price is less than cost price. Just like I said, I bought this marker for 100 naira and I'm selling it at 90 naira. It means the selling price is now less than the cost price. Okay? So when that happens, loss formula is cost price minus selling price. So let's look at it now. Okay, so let's assume we have two scenarios. This is the first scenario. Mr. A businessman, and Mr. B, a businessman too. Two businessmen. Okay, this first one bought a marker pen for cost price of 100 naira and he sold it selling price for 120 naira. While Mr. B bought cost price for 100 naira, nobody knew what happened. He sold it for 90 naira. Now look at that now. He sold it for 90 naira. So it means here you can see that this man did not make profit because something happened there. So here, for the profit of this man is calculated as selling price, that is SP minus CP, which is equal to SP is 120 minus 100. So it means profit is equal to 20 naira, right? That is the profit Mr. A made. Now look at this place now. Do you understand? Did this man make profit? Let's see if he made profit. Profit is equal to selling price, is that correct? Minus cost price. So what is the selling price? 90 naira minus 100 naira, which is the cost price, 100 naira. So 90 minus 100 is minus 10 naira. It means that for us to say minus means what you lost, what you are owing or what you're indebted to. So it means that he has once you have this calculation and it is a minus, just know that it is a loss. So it means that his loss to calculate this, which is this now, is now cost price minus selling price. To be cost price, to be 100 minus selling price, which is what? 90, to give us 10 naira. So we could see in this that Mr. A made a gain or made a profit of 20 naira, while Mr. A rather, made a gain of 20 naira, while Mr. B made a loss, had a loss of 10 naira. Okay? All right, so that is how to go about that. Another thing we'll look at is to calculate what we call percentage profit, okay, and percentage loss, okay. Now, for percentage profit, it is equal to selling price minus cost price all over cost price. Okay, why percentage loss, this will make sense to you when we begin solving, is equal to cost price minus selling price all over selling price. This is for percentage loss. Okay? All right, so these are some of the things we'll be looking at. It means that we can have profit, and they ask us to find the percentage profit that that person or that seller or whoever made. Okay? We can have these formulas and solve them. Okay? So let's look at some of the things we have. We'll have to solve some questions. Let's solve some questions on profit and loss. So let's look at this. So let's take a question first before we go to that. Number one. A trader buys an item for 1,200 naira and sold it for 1,350 naira. Full stop. What is profit? Okay, so let's look at this now. So let's learn how to interpret questions that has to do with profit and loss. A trader buys an item for 1,200 and sold it for 1,350 naira. They're asking us what is his profit? How much profit did he make? So it is simple. The first thing you must know your cost price, know your selling price. Once you know what your cost price is and your selling price, then you can calculate anything. Do you understand the point? So let's see this. So from here, from the question, we can deduce that our cost price, which is what? CP, is equal to what? The cost price means the price of the goods. The price the businessman bought the item he wants to sell. So he bought it at 1,200. 1,200. Okay? Then we have, it was sold. Once you see sell or sold, it means selling price. SP, he sold it for 1,350. Is that okay? All right, so they're asking us, what is the profit? So what's the formula for profit? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. So our selling price is 1,350 minus, that is in naira, minus 1, which is the cost price, 1,200. Do you understand that now? Okay. So if you have that, it means 1,350 minus 1,200. We subtract that. This will be 0, this will be 5, this will be 1, and this will be 0. So this is 150 naira. It means that this man made a profit of 150 naira on this item he bought for 1,200. Do you understand that? That is what that particular one is talking about. Do you understand? Okay, so like just as we have here, if they now want you to find how many percent profit did this man make, how many percent profit did this particular person make, is the profit all over the cost price, okay, times 100%. That is, if they're asking us to find how many percent of this is what this person made. Is that okay? So we have it as, let's say 150 all over, I think 1,200 times 100%. This can cancel this can cancel this. Is that okay? So we have 3 here is 5. 3 in 150 is 50. 5 here is 1. 5 in 50 is 10. So we say that this person made about 10% profit of what he did also. Is that okay now? All right, so let's look at some things that we have on the board, on the app. Okay, so let's look at some of the things we have in the app. Let's look at this. A wristwatch costs 8,000 naira. At what price will Kunle sell it to make a profit of 20%? All right, so let's look at that. Number 2. A wristwatch costs, so from the question we must analyze what the selling price is, what the cost price is. So let's look at this now. They say this wristwatch costs 8,000 naira, meaning it is the cost price. Okay, so the cost price, CP, is equal to 8,000 naira, right? All right. At what price will Kunle sell it to make a profit of 20%? So they're asking us, at what CP selling price will he sell it? We don't know. That's what we want to look for. They say to make a profit, they say it's 20 what? 20%. So that's percentage of the profit, percentage profit now. Is that okay now? So what that means is simple. Remember, we said percentage profit is equal to selling price minus cost price divided by cost price. Is that okay? All right. So our percentage profit, they say, is 20%. So this is 20% is equal to, what's our selling price? We don't know. That's what we are looking for. Selling price minus, what's our cost price? 8,000. 8,000 divided by, what's our cost price? That's 8,000. 8,000. Is that okay? Now, this means 20 over 100. Check our channel for percentages. When you see anything percent, is that thing over 100. So this will be SP minus 8,000 rather, divided by 8,000. Is that okay? So it means that at this point we can cross multiply, all right? So this will mean 20 times 8,000 is equal to 100 into SP minus 8,000. Okay, so that is what this means now. So let's look at what that figure is. Okay, that's 8,000. Okay. So if 20 times 8,000, let's look at that. 8,000, okay, and 20. This is 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, this is 0, 0, 0, 16. So this is this, 1, 6. So this is 160,000. So this place is 160000 is equal to, this is 100 times SP is 100 SP minus 8,000 100 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is 0, 0, 0, 8. All right? So we go this, 8. So this is 800,000. So this is 800. All right. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have here now. So what do? We can we can take like terms here now. So this will mean 16000, okay, is equal to, okay, 16000, this will be plus, because once this moves to this side, this changes to plus 800000, right? Okay, is equal to 100 SP. Is that correct? All right, so we go again. So it means 160, 800, 160, 000, and we have 800000. So this will be 000069. So this is 960, 000. 960, 000 is equal to 100 SP. Okay, you know this can also be 100 SP is equal to 960, 000. Is that okay? So we divide both sides by the coefficient of SP. Coefficient of SP is 100. So we are dividing both sides. Divide both sides by 100, which is the coefficient of SP, right? So that means we'll have this. Okay, that means we'll have 100 SP over 100 is equal to 960,000 over 100. Is that okay? 100 into 100 is 1 times SP is S. So our cost, our selling price will be this, remove this, remove this, and we'll have 9600. Okay? So in Naira, it means our selling price, the selling price that wristwatch will be sold to make a profit of 20% is 9,600 Naira. That is the selling price. 9,600, which is option C, 9,600. Okay? So let's look at the next one. The next one says a man bought a mathematics textbook for 1,680 Naira and sold it for 1,200 Naira. They say we should find his percentage loss. Okay, let's look at that. This man bought a a mathematics textbook for 168. It means cost price is equal to 168 what? 1680. And sold it for 1,200. Selling price 1,200. Obviously, this person made a huge loss. But they are not asking us of the loss. They are asking us of the percentage of the loss he made. Is that okay? Now, for us to know the percentage loss, we must first of all know how much loss he made. Do you understand the point now? Okay. Okay, so since we have this, is to remember this person obviously made a loss. So loss, what is our formula for loss? Is equal to cost price minus selling price, which is equal to our cost price is 1,680 naira minus selling price is 1,200 naira. So if you subtract this, it's 480. That's a 1,680, 1,200, 008. This is subtracting. 6 minus 2 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. That is 480. So that is 480 naira. Okay? Now the question is, what is the percentage loss? That's what they're asking us. Percentage loss. So always be careful to understand the question that you are asked. Like here, if you check the option, they will give you something that looks like 480. See it there? So you may think, why are they putting percentage? There is no percentage in what I solved. Okay, and you pick this one that looks like your answer, but that is not the correct thing. So let's look at the percentage loss. So percentage loss, let me keep percentage by the symbol. Percentage loss will be equal to the loss all over cost price times 100%. Is that okay? All right. So what that will now mean is loss, our loss here is 480 divided by cost price is 1,680 times what again? Times 100%. Is that correct? All right. So what do we have? We can have this, all right? This divide this, they go off. So we have 48. So we have 48 over 168 times 100%. Okay, so let's reduce this. The common factor between these two is the least that we know now is 2. So 2 in 48, 2 in 4 is 2, 2 in 8 is 4, 2 in 16 is 8, 2 in 8 is 4, right? We can still reduce by 2. 2 in 24 is 12, 2 in 48, that is 2 in 8 is 4, 2 in 4 is 2, 2 can still go to 12 to be 6, 2 in 42, 2 in 4 is 2, 2 in 1 is 1, and 2 in 2 is 1. So we are having like, look at this, we are having 6 over 21 times 100%. We are still reducing, right? There is something common between them, which is 3. 3 here is 2, 3 here is 7. So let's do this now with 2. So this is now 2 over 7 is equal times 100 rather, times 100%. Is that okay? So this is over 1. The rule of multiplication of fraction, numerators multiply numerators, denominators denominators. So 2 times 100 is 200 divided by 7 times 1 is 7. Remember, don't forget to put your percent there, right? All right. Remember, we are trying to solve for what? Loss. Loss. That is percentage loss. Rather, not loss, percentage loss. So how do we now reduce this now? We can. Okay, you do with the first number that is closer to 7, that is 20. Okay, 7 into 20 will give us 2, because it will be 7 into 20 will be like 14. From 14, there will be a remainder of 6. 7 and 7 is 14. Then from 14, you won't count up to 7 before you get to 20. You get it as 21. So from 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 is 6 remainder, right? So this is 2 remainder 6. That 6, we put it where we have this 0 to become 60. Do you understand the point now? To become 60. Now, if we check 7 divided 60, 7 divided 60 will give us something around 54. How? Because 7 times 7 is 49. Now 7 times 8 is going to be 56, remainder 4. So it means 7 into 60 will give us 8 times, 8 in 8 places, remainder 4. That 4, we bring it here. Because 7 cannot divide 4, we add 0 to 4, then we'll add a decimal number at this place. So 7 into 40 will give us something around 5, because 7 times 5 is 35. So 7 can only divide and divide until 35. Then there will be a remainder of 5. So this is 5 remainder 5, right? That 5 will add 0 again to it. It becomes 50. 7 into 50 will give us 7 remainder 1. How? 7 divide 50 will give us 7, because 7 times 7 is 49. So 7 is 49, remainder 1. So this will be 7 remainder 1. That 1 we can also add 0. 7 into 10 is 1 remainder 3. So 1 remainder 3. 7 into this is like 4 remainder like 2. Just like we'll keep adding, we'll keep. So, but we can just stop at where we have 5.7, because even in your options, you have it in 2 decimal places. So we can say that the percentage loss is equal to 28.57%, which is our percentage loss. And it is option B, 28.57%. Is that okay now? All right. So the next, let's look at the next thing we have here. A dealer bought 1,000 articles for 6,000 and sold them at 9 naira each. Find his percentage profit. Find his percentage profit. Okay, so let's look at this. A dealer bought 1,000 articles for 6,000 naira. So for this 1,000 articles, it is for what? 6,000 naira. Okay, for 1,000. And he sold each of them and sold them. Okay, and sold all of them at 9 naira each. Find his percentage profit. Now let's look at this very well. They have given us the cost price for 1,000 articles. Now, okay, a dealer bought 1,000 articles for 6,000 naira, okay, and sold them at 9 naira each. It means each of the articles he sold for 9 naira. Is that okay now? So let's see this 9 naira times this 1,000 articles. It means that what he sold, this whole thing is 9,000 naira. Let's remember first of all, cost price for them is 6,000 naira. That is the cost. Then selling price is equal to, selling price now is equal to what? For all the items, the 1,000 items, maybe there was a discount because he bought more. So they gave him for 6,000 naira. But he now came and started selling each of the items for 9 naira. It means that for the 1,000 items, it will be that 9 naira times 1,000 items, which will be what? Equal to like 9,000 items, 9,000 naira. So his selling price is 9,000 naira. Is that okay? Now they're asking us that we should find his percentage profit. Percentage profit. How do we get percentage profit? It's simple. Our percentage profit is, first of all, we get our profit, or we just go ahead and put the formula there. Our percentage profit is equals to selling price minus cost price over cost price times 100%. That is our percentage profit. Okay? Now, our selling price is 9,000, while our cost price is 6,000. Okay? All right? Then our cost price again here is 6,000. Is that okay? Times 100%. So let's look at that and see what we get. So 9,000 minus 6,000 gives us 3,000. Okay? So this can remove this. This again can remove this, and we're having 60 left. Okay? We're having this removes this now. We're having 300, okay, divided by 6. Is that okay now? Okay. So on that, what that simply means is that we are trying to get 300 divided by 6, which is equal to, remember our percentage is still there, 6 into 30 gives us 5. So 6 into 0 is still 0. So this is 50%. Okay, so this person made 50% of the goods he bought. Remember, he bought that good for 6,000 naira and made a sales of 9,000 naira, meaning there is an additional 3,000 naira, which is half of the 6,000 naira that he bought that items for, meaning it is 50% profit, 50% profit that he made. Is that okay? Then let's see. A man bought mathematics. Okay, we've done this. Okay. What else? What else? Okay. Okay, let's look at this now. An item is sold at X naira. Let's look at that. An item is sold at X naira. So selling price is equal to X naira, right? Okay, so let's take it one after the other. If the cost of the item is Y naira, cost price is equal to Y naira. Okay, which of the following expressions represents the percentage profit? Percentage profit. So remember the formula of our percentage profit. So our percentage profit is equal to selling price minus cost price all over cost price times 100%. Is that okay? All right, so that will mean, the expression that will mean that is our selling price is X minus cost price is Y all over cost price is also Y times 100%. So this will be what? So X minus Y over Y times 100. X minus Y over Y times 100. So C is the correct option that shows, that represents the percentage profit. X minus Y all over Y times 100%. Is that okay? Okay, let's look at let's see this one. A sachet of pure water costs 10 naira. That is one sachet of pure water costs 10 naira. If 20 sachets bought at once would be given for 150 naira, how much is saved on 100 sachets of pure water? So let's look at that question critically. Let's analyze what it's talking about. Okay, so a sachet of pure water costs 10 naira. That is one sachet of pure water, 10 naira. That is the cost for one. Now let's leave there. If 20 sachets bought at once would be given for 150 naira. Okay, so now let's analyze. So one sachet is for 10 naira. But for 20 bought at once, it will be given for 150 naira. Okay? If somebody buys 20 sachets of pure water at once, it will be given to the person for 150 naira instead of 10 naira times 20, instead of like, let's say 200 naira. Do you understand? So there's a discount, okay? And let's look at it now. Now, they said, how much is saved on 100 sachets of pure water? So this, if we now have 100 sachets, how much will it be, then how much will be saved? Okay, so let's look at that now. So the first thing we need to know is for 100 sachets of pure water, if there was no discount, how much will it originally be for 100 sachets of pure water? It means if one is 10 naira, 100 sachets will be equal to 10 naira times 100 sachets of pure water. It means it will be equal to, normally it will be equal to 1,000 naira. Just follow that now. It means that what that 1,000 naira would have originally been if the person was selling as 10 naira is 1,000 naira. But this person says, okay, out of this 1,000, if you buy 20 at once, I'll give you for 150. Do you understand? So how many 20 will we find in that 100 sachets? Do you understand me? So this person buys 100 sachets, yes, 100 sachets of pure water. And this person will be wise enough to buy in 20s. So the person will say, okay, over 20, because I want to buy it in batch of 20s. So it will be 5. So it means that this person will enjoy this 150 naira for 20 in 5 places. So it means that this 150 will be multiplied by 5. Do you understand? So it means 150 times 5. So this will be 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Write down 5, carry 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So it's 750. So when this person buying 20 sachets at once comes to buy 1,000 sachets, what he will pay is, instead of 1,000 naira, he will pay 750 naira. Okay? Now the question is, how much did this person save? This person saved, instead of 1,000 naira, the man now gave him for 750 naira, and he saved 1,000 minus 750 is 250 naira. 250 naira. So he saved 250 naira, which is option D. And let's see if we can. Okay, a herdsman. Let's just see this last one. A herdsman sells X cows and Y rams. He makes a profit of these, okay, on each cow and 1-2 on each ram. Find his total profit in terms of X and Y. Okay, so this herdsman, he sells X cows at, he sold it at, he said X cows and made a profit. The profit he made, he makes a profit of 5,500. Then for ram and Y rams at a profit of 1,200. Okay, on each ram. So we are asked to find his total profit in terms of X and Y. Okay, so profit, like here, this man has X number of cows, X cows, let's say 5 cows, okay, and makes a profit of 5,000 naira for each of them. So it means that X times 5,500 naira for X, that is 5,500X. Then for this, for each of them, there is a profit of 1-2. That is Y times 1,200. That is 1,200Y. So they said we should express, find the profit he made in terms of X and Y. So he made 550X plus 1,200Y naira profit. Is that okay? So that is option B, option number B. Okay, so this is how much we can take for profit and loss. You can just go to your study app, Examguide study app, pick up some questions there on profit and loss and try solving them. If you have an issue anywhere, you can hit the comment section with your questions. We'll try as much as possible to provide answers to them. Thank you so much until I come your way next time.